All right, let's start off by giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem,
Bashim, Yahusha, Yasham Rakonkadas,
double honors to the apostles of Great
some
Millstone,
Millstone.
teaching us this truth and who rule well, and salutations to all you Yakins out here pushing the truth and sincerity and risking your freedom and life to do so. I'm the brother Kara, here with the brother Yak, Yahweh Kana, and we the children of light. This is another form we bring it to you. And like we were saying, man, that hawk is out, you know. I hope you brothers is staying extra warm.
I got a little something because I'm gonna have to put it up though. I recorded it so you won't be able to get it. This was breaking news. Those of y'all who don't know, I'm finna play it in 1 second. Hold on. Dang. Hold on. Damn, what is my
more likely in your view that Putin is going to invade?
I don't think it speaks to whether it's more or less likely. I think it speaks to the fact that, as always, Russia develops lots of different options for doing things, including in Ukraine, and this is one of them. And it's something that people have to be aware of. Similarly, we've warned about the possibility of so-called false flag operations. That is, Russia manufacturing products and then justifying anything it does in terms of responding to this manufactured provocation. There's been a lot of focus, rightly, on the fact that Russia has concentrated so many forces on Ukraine's border, and with the history of 2014 in our minds and Russia's invasion of Ukraine then, we're rightly focused on that. But it's also important that people understand there are a range of things that Russia could do, but couldn't bring, and we're prepared to deal with all of them.
I want to get to those other potential options that Russia has in a moment. But broadly, you mentioned the troops, 127,000 Russian troops now near the border. How much power, in all honesty, does the U.S. really have to stop Russia?
We've given Russia two paths. There's a path of diplomacy and dialogue, one that I engaged in with Foreign Minister Lavrov just last week in Geneva. But there's also a path of its renewed aggression and massive consequences that we have been building now for many weeks. And it's not just us that's saying it. The G7, the world's leading democratic economies, have been clear about that. The European Union has been clear about that. NATO's been clear about that. And as we're doing that, we've provided more defensive assistance, military assistance to Ukraine last year than at any time in the past. I just authorized myself the provision of American origin military equipment that's with third countries, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, to get to Ukraine. And we are in intense, regular, constant communication, consultation with allies and partners to make it very clear that these massive consequences will follow. So basically, at this point, Donna, the choice is Vladimir Putin's, and the paths are clear. Diplomacy, dialogue, seeing if we can...
See that? America copping out. Babylon the Great copping out. Now they talking about it's up to Russia. Those of y'all who don't know, let me get the first one. Yeah, because it's going down. I should have started off, well, no, let me start off with my regular. Try to go to that one first. Like, now you gotta go to who said it first. Okay. This Luke 21:7. And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? And he said, take heed that you be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahushua, I am the anointed Christ. And the time draweth near, go ye not therefore after them. But when you shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass. So y'all witnessing. But at the end, it is not by and by. But then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation. So you're going to have your race riots and kingdom against kingdoms. And you see that Russia versus America, Russia versus Ukraine, they on their borders. and great earthquakes, and you've been seeing that, shall be in diverse places, and famines, and you've been seeing that, and
Right.
pestilence. Go ahead, cuz.
Grocery stores.
Yeah,
You
that's the
know,
famine. The price is going up too, the famine. And pestilence, because we in a
19.
what? We in a pandemic right now, right? Pan meaning world, demic, and fearful sights. Now hold on, right? Because we've been having a lot of fearful sights. Comment over Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Here is some information about Kenosha.
Damn.
Kenosha is a Wisconsin.
A comment over Kenosha, Wisconsin. This is this was early Wednesday around 2 o'clock. See? Right here in Kenosha. Scared the shit out these Edomites. Fearful sights. I should have sent it to you, huh, cuz? So then they can see it. Cause see, that's why I'm finna send it to you. I wish I would have loaded you up, but this off the cuff.
No, that's all good. Let the spirit flow.
Damn, I just did. Okay. I'm doing it off my work phone. But yeah, I'm gonna let this one slide through. Fearful sights. See that? Shit is going down. And ain't Kenosha on fire right now? Rittenhouse, Schroeder, white supremacy, Ku Klux Klan, Jacob Blake, 7 shots. Come on, y'all better start playing. Opportunity zones. You had GMS Wisconsin start right from here and dust their feet off. So yeah, because I'm doubling. I'm looping right back into this war. It's going down. See that? Meanwhile, Sakari putting on the sideshow Bob show. Why this going on? They'll be all right. It was quick, but scared the shit out these Edomites. They had to call the fire department, everything. They thought shit was on fire. Do it say anything? Yeah, that's live. Fearful sights.
Said for one motorist driving west of Kenosha, it appears that the streaking fireball had crashed near the Strawberry Creek Clubhouse and housing development. His 911 call triggered a response from both the Kenosha and Bristol fire departments.
Yeah, see? And because we watchmen, you know what I'm saying? We watching for stuff like that. See, that's what Habakkuk was telling us about. You know, to be watchmen, because you got fearful sights happening all the time. Some right in your backyard, just as you watching shit. So fearful sights. This Luke 21 and 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. And you've been seeing that, your lunar eclipse, your blood moons, your blue moon. Yeah, you good. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prison, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And thus, Akims, we see the marching orders of that being paved with the whole speech of Black Hebrew Israelites, you know, the Southern Poverty Law Center, all that. See, all that matter. The legislative body from Texas, when they got a hold to the I forgot the dude name, Gorilla something. I forgot his name, but they arrested his ass, and I did a show on Vice. It was a documentary on Vice that brought it out about them guys. I forgot their name though, but I want to stay on course about the wars. It say, and it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your heart, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay and resist. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brother and kinfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to put to death. And ye shall be hated for all men's sake, for my name's sake. And we see that's happening. The COVID has put a great divide, and they stirring up the flames of the vax and non-vax. And you see relationships and everything are falling. But let's stay focused on what's happening in Ukraine and Russia, because he said wars and rumors of wars. Yeah. So they say it's up to Putin and what he gonna do, right? Let's see. We know what Putin gonna do. This Ezekiel 37 and no, I'm sorry, Ezekiel 38:1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thou face against God and the land of Magog, the chief priest of Mechef and Tobal, and prophesied against him. And that's what we do. We telling y'all what Russia and them finna do anyways. And say, thus said the Lord God, behold, I'm against thee, O God, the chief priest of Mechef and Tobal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thou army, horsemen, horses and horsemen. And that's why you see Russia doing what? Building their forces right outside of the Ukraine. They already got 100 and some thousand troops already on the border. This ain't nothing but a replay of 2014, because when they did it in 2014, y'all people still was minding your own business and shit, watching the sports and the games and all that shit. And they went in there and we said the same shit we saying now. It ain't nothing but gradualism. They slowly positioning this world, all of its mechanisms, the elites all over the world all at once is positioning the whole world for this final battle. That's what y'all witnessing. And it's written here in the scriptures. That's why Putin have them hooks in his jaws and he turning back to that old Soviet mindset of war. That's why he like, no, we taking Ukraine. Fuck y'all talking about. And I would turn you back.
He KGB. He old school.
Yeah. Yeah. So this wasn't nothing. Yeah, the angel would. That's why he been there in that position for so long. For when this time come, I wake up, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth all their army, horsemen and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shield, all of them handling swords. Persia, so Iran. So look for Iran in the next couple of days to come out of no motherfucking well. See that? Be looking for that. Because it's already here. Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shields and helmets. Gomar and all his bands, the houses of Togomar and the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with them. A lot of other allies like Turkey. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, and all thou company that are assembled unto thee. That's why they got that massive force like that. And that's why America said, we got to start sending over all our motherfucking weapons. See that? Fuck that. And be thou a guard unto them. And from 2014, matter of fact, because pull up, hold on. Pull up Russia, Turkey, and Iran colluding like together, just some phrase like that, because that's who been since 2014, and Russia went in and it was squashed down to them finna do it again. Them three names have been all colluding together, military, economic, all that shit. That's why I said it's a gradualism. They slowly marching the world to the break. You can start anywhere in there, because this ain't nothing new. 2014, same thing we right here saying right now. We was doing lessons right then. It's the same information, you just got to bring it back and make it what? Refresh. Yahweh Shai is refreshing.
It said an unusual triple alliance is emerging from the Syrian war, one that could alter the balance of power in the Middle East, unhinge the NATO alliance, and complicate the Trump administration design on Iran. It might also lead yet another double cross of one of the region's largest ethnic group, the Kurds. However, the Troika alliance, Turkey, Russia, and Iran, consists of three that don't much like one another, have different goals, and whose policies are driven by a combination of global goals and internal policies. In short, fragile and complicated doesn't even begin to describe it.
Right. That's what's pushing them together, the geopolitics.
This article is from 2018. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, and you see what year it was, 2014. Right after they got done going in there and whooping their ass the first time, Russia did it. They set up that alliance right then. That's why as they going in now, they already got their key players. That's why the scriptures are already naming who connected to who. Everything is right there. It's just Jake B thinking, oh man, you just making that up. Where that come from?
Yeah, that's it on that.
Okay, I got another one. I got this one then. KJV, one voice come and a second come quickly.
Yeah, can I play the orchestra? The orchestra?
Yeah, go ahead. Come, because that's relevant, because that's where we at right now. That's why they got those type of things happening, because Yahweh Shah put the hooks in Russia's mouth and turned their mind back to be open war against America. That's why you have things like this openly. But go ahead. Oh yeah, for all you people who understand, this was done at one of their cathedral, where the Russians are very entrenched in the religion, the Catholic Church shit.
The land of adversary.
Come. Yeah. Then we can what was I reading?
You was in Luke.
Okay, no, I can Revelation 9 and 12. Line there, yes, sir. Yeah, 12 to
Revelation 9 and 12.
yeah, okay.
Revelation 9 and 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
Yeah, come. War already passed, 1912, 1917 to the two. And behold, there come two woes more after, which is we already had World War II, and we on the brink of World War III right now. Yeah, come. Yeah, 13, the 13, my bad.
Okay. And the sixth angel stood sound, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men.
Yeah, which is talking about Esau last, just like he labeled us 3/5 of a person. The scriptures call Esau the third part of man. See that? Because he the beast man. So that's why he reversed it and put it in his constitution about us. Because in our law, statute, commandments, he is what? What is he? Third part of man. So fuck him. And the four angels that's be loose, they hold in what? That wind, which is that destruction. See? So they loose, which they doing what? Preparing the king's mind for war. That's why everybody over there under that treaty that Cuz just brought up with Russia, Turkey, and who was that?
Iran.
Yeah, and Iran. See, that's why America over there, the Big Bear over there, Babylon the Great over there, Britain over there, every motherfucker over there. But we can jump real quick. Revelation, because I want to tie it. 11 and 11. Yep, I'm gonna tie it. And then that second Exodus, and it'll been a loop itself around. on why these things are happening. That's why I think and keep your eye out on it too, because it's going to get heated up more and more. We ain't just watching for no plagues.
And after Revelation 11:11, and after 3 days and a half, and half the spirit of life from God enter into them, stood upon their
Right.
feet.
Being what?
And great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Yeah, right. After 3 days and a half. Because Yahushua said that he was going to do what? Rise the third day. So he got to send his spirit to wake up his men. And when he wake his men up, they do what? Stand upon their feet. That's why we out there on them highways and byways. The house of David. So y'all ass in trouble.
And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud.
Right. That's us getting up out of here in them chariots. Because when the angels loose the wind, that destruction, if you ain't got that ticket to get beamed up or to get called up, you're going to get fired up. So if you don't get called up, if you don't go through what, cuz you read it one more time, 12.
And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud.
See that? In the chariot. If you don't get beamed up in that chariot, and that chariot know you, because you've been doing the will of Yahushua. Because we know, according to Ezekiel, the 1st chapter, the angels make up the ships. So your messenger that you know is always there. You blacks, Latin, Native Americans are always talking about, yeah, I knew my Lord keep angels around me. Well, guess what? Them your motherfucking ride up out of here too, nigga. See that? You ain't even know that. You thought a motherfucker just some TV cartoon shit. He just standing there and message, and no. They form together, make the ship, all that. I ain't finna go into all that shit. We be off our lessons.
And their enemies beheld them.
God, who is our enemy? Those of y'all who came against the word of Yahushua. 2/3 of our own people and everybody else.
All the heathen.
Yeah, because of the mixed multitude that look like heathen, they're gonna be going up there too.
And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell.
Right. Now, why is the earthquake? Because them missiles, they gonna pelt this place. Matter of fact, real quick, just in case they think we playing, go back to Revelation 9 and 14. Watch this, because y'all think shit is a goddamn game. See, let me show you how these missiles gonna be pelting this place. Watch this. It get in detail too.
Saying to the 6th angel, which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the 3rd part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them.
Right, them the missiles. He even heard the number of the missiles. And we're gonna keep going a little bit so I can get a little detail.
And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and of janek and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouth issued fire and smoke and brimstone.
See that's that ICBM missile, the top of the warhead, that instant combustion fire that blows. Once them two atoms combined, that chemist combined, that lively spirit combined, and that nuclear warhead, John described it as a lion and the power of the lion. That's what you witnessed. That's what he's seeing. And that's why I issue what? Fire and brimstone out of it.
For their by these were the third part of men killed by
The Edomites. Right, the Edomites. This is how Edomites gonna die.
by the smoke and by the brimstone which issue of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth.
That's
and
the
in their-
nuclear warhead. The rest, you want to go and pull something up of that, cuz, for him real quick. A display of a nuclear warhead, like just a breakdown of how it's made, because the propulsion system is the whole bottom that propels it from one side of the earth to the next. Once it gets to once it gets to the firmament, the heavens, it break off and it spins and it guides itself through GPS to its target. And it even got multiple warheads and some of the missiles that break off and go different directions. Yeah, try to put in intercontinental ballistic missile, because that's what it is. It's an intercontinental ballistic missile. You can put in intercontinental ballistic missile Satan 2, because that's the Russian ones, or Moab. And there's a reason why they call them them ancient names and shit. But however you want to do it.
Can you see it?
We can show. Yeah. That's that big boy. See, you can't even buy this shit off the market. They don't sell this. We're gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show it to you. They don't need to hear it. They're gonna hear it when they get here. Because it's coming. We reading about it right now. See that? That's it right there. That's what John the Revelator seen. See that? Bam. Boom. Okay, they just showing the manufacturing and shit. Oh, this one right here. They got the like 8 all together. It was on that far right. Damn, you have to go back one. Hey, there you go. Shit. That's what we're reading about right there. And who got the most Russia? I mean America, then Russia and China. See that one right there. But that's cool. That's enough. Yeah. No, that's cool because they talking about most powerful weapons. Yeah, they're gonna go into all they hardware, military. Yeah, but shit, they gonna get away for all that. But it's the intercontinental ballistic missile. That's what's gonna do the job.
It says for Revelation 9:19, for their power is in their mouth and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents and had heads, and with them they do hurt.
Right, and why it's like a serpent? because every time it come out that silo, it don't come out straight. It come out zagging, like then it straighten itself out. When it first come out, the payload, like you can see this one right here in the they got the little smoke background with the tail coming from it in the middle, right? See that? That didn't come out straight. That's a serpent. You can see the smoke trail show that it came out like a snake.
Because it knocked that frame off. Like,
Right, right, right. And it come out, and it don't come out directly going unilateral straight up. It comes out in a zag. That's what John the Revelator seen. He just described it. It's like a serpent.
Exactly. And they gonna hurt.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. When because they ain't even got it. It can be 10, it can be 5 to 8, 10 miles away from its target and still destroy it.
And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not for the works of their hands, and that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk.
Yeah, all you Edomites and you other nations, you Moabites, you Ammonites, elites, that's gonna be in all these bunkers all over the world and everything. Y'all not gonna repent for what y'all have done and why the wrath of Yahweh Shah is upon y'all. That's why he gonna do phase 2 on y'all ass. You want to get phase 2 for him, cuz? Because phase 2 gonna kick in quick. Gets what, Psalms 149 and 5. Yeah, phase 2 gonna kick in quick. Then we're gonna go back to phase 1. I just want to show him real quick. He gonna kick phase 2 in so quick. You gonna be like, God damn.
Oh, God, I heard. Let's start at 5.
If you want to.
I'm gonna start at 4. For the Lord Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of God be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
See that?
And to bind their kings with chains. This is slavery.
Self-explanatory. All you elites, all you nobles, all you Fortune 500 elite family members, from the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Elamites, Edomites, Elam, all y'all, Ham, all his little elites and shit. We coming to get all y'all.
Crafty counsel. Psalm 3.
Yeah, because y'all not gonna repent. So we coming to get y'all.
To execute upon them the judgment written with this honor have all his saints. Praise you,
right,
Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, Korah and Yahweh, we didn't make this up on how we feel. This is written. Real quick, Revelation 6:16. Because see, that's why they got everything. That's why everything is in play.
I'm sorry, 15. And the kings of the Revelation 6 and 15, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captain, and the men, and every bondman, and every free man, pierce themselves in dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
Right, all of y'all all of y'all that's in league with these Edomites, whether you are people or not, and you got all these shelters and hideaway places that, because y'all know this destruction is coming. Y'all know all about the Israelites, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all who are in these basketballs and footballs and actors, y'all all know about the Israelites. But go ahead, cuz I know you had something to say.
Nah, that was beautiful. Yeah, because you're gonna hide yourselves in bunkers and try to take your ass off the planet. Y'all all
Yeah.
gonna get found round up.
Yeah,
And
because they made that covenant with death. So they're gonna be trying to hide with these motherfuckers. We got y'all whole playbook. Y'all wish I got y'all whole playbook. He gave it to us. We reading it to y'all. Y'all judgment is being read to y'all right motherfucking now. See that? Court is happening right motherfucking now. See that? It ain't like court is coming. No, you're having court now. We're reading your judgment to you off of the bullshit that you've been doing in the earth. That's why we bringing out all of these facts. See that? We ain't just talking and saying stuff. We pulling up articles, everything right now. Shit.
and said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne,
Right.
from the wrath of the Lamb.
Right, Yahweh Shah. They're gonna try to hide from Yahweh Shah. So he gonna send us, man, go get them. When the missiles start dropping, because they ain't gonna repent. We already read it. So even when the missiles come, it ain't like they're gonna be like, oh man, you know, man, damn, everything fucked up. They don't give a fuck. So we coming to get y'all ass.
Okay, and for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?
Come. That's why if you don't get beamed up, Scotty, your ass out of here. That's why I was saying that earlier. Shit. Okay, because I've been jumping. That's it.
We still doing we still on Revelation 11.
Yeah, con, yeah. I just had to bring it back to life and go more in detail with it, because that's how, you know, that 11 go with that 10 and shit. But you got to read that, then hit the 11, then go back to the 10 to finish it with the missiles. Now we got all that understood. Now let's go back and finish and watch half star finish off. Because we're gonna take it all the way to 19. Watch this.
And the seventh angel sounded, and there was
Seven means I mean my bad. Well, I mean, you know, as you read, I'm just on talking, you know, 7 means completion. The completion is them ICBM missiles.
And the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in the heaven, saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Hamashiach, and he shall reign forever and ever. And the 24 elders were set before God on their seats.
Let's start back up at 12. Because I had the picture and they mind. That's, and I want to.
Okay, Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
Right, now they know what all that's about.
That's escaping the destruction.
Right.
And the same hour was there a great earthquake. And
the missiles hitting.
And the 10th part of the city fell.
Woo! And FEMA got America broke up. Pull up that FEMA map. See, that's how you know that on the left-hand side, the elites, they know that this place is finna get fire and brimstone. All the high warlocks and witches know that America finna get turned into fire. See that? There go your 10 FEMA regions right there. Starting from your right on, going what, clockwork? Counter clockwork? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, this place is done, bro.
The Bible is undefeated.
Period. But the pastor's talking about Revelation ain't open. No, nigga, you ain't open.
And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and
Right.
the 10th part of the city fell.
Right. And now, and because this is that great city, Babylon the Great.
Which is spiritually Egypt and Sodom.
There we go. We gotta get up out this motherfucker. And because you said that, you want to hit 11 and 7 and 8. Only because you said it though. Because you said it.
And when Revelation 11 and 7, and when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them and shall overcome them and kill them.
America, and it already did that. So we at the end of that shit.
Their dead bodies,
right? Because right, and they dead bodies is why is they dead bodies? Because we've been Hellenized to the max. This the worstest. This the first time that we had our history erased from us. Because at least in the Hellenistic period during the Greeks, we still had people saying that they was Israelites. You had a choice if you wanted to not be it, motherfucker. Not a motherfucker then killed off your ancestors and then raised you up talking about, no, you African American. So this is where our dead bodies, go ahead, my bad, cuz.
They were still meeting up in secrecy, still holding on to the laws, statutes, and commandments. You can read it.
Yeah, and current. Right. And you got to remember not only that, but you had the Pharisees and the Sadducees. They didn't like Paul because why? He was going to the Gentiles. They said, forget them. We still had our temple and everything.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. And
they don't know nothing
about. Look. You know, he was crucified in Jerusalem, but he's crucified here with all his blasphemy. You know, the Xmas, Christmas, Christ Mass, the murder of Christ. I mean, Yahushua.
Yeah, because to be crucified means to be non-existent, to be X'd out. That's why when we say no, his name Yahushua, he a black man. Oh, color don't matter. Oh, I don't know what's that. I know Jesus. I know English. You'd be like, see, he been crucified. He been crossed out. Totally. Yeah, he has no relevance in this time period. That was a long time ago.
Right. Well, you tell them the letter J wasn't invented until 1524. And hey, man, I speak English. And I call on
period.
Right.
Period. Because it's a spiritual thing. That's why I say this is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Okay, because my bad, we can jump right back where we were. We just trying to give them as much as we can give them. Shit, we could have really started at 11 and 1 and just went down the whole demonstration.
You want to?
Shit, we might as well, because we broke everything down except 1 to 6. We do 1 to 6, but we can go and jump back to 17 and go and slide it down, and they've been and got a whole meal today.
Right. Revelation 11 and 1. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of God and the
Now, real
altar.
quick, my bad, because if you go too far, I gotta try to therefore it's giving me a reed like unto a rod. That's a measuring stick. A measuring stick of what? This truth. And the angel is saying, Rise and measure the temple of God and the altar and them that worship thereon. Therein. Okay, my bad. Two.
Right. But the court, which is without the temple, leave out and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles.
See that? Can't nobody else be a part of this if you ain't no Israelite. Period. That's all that's saying. And it told the angel to do that. So you can't fake yourself into being no Israelite.
And the holy city shall they tread under foot 42 months.
Right. That's 350 years. And who's the holy city? Israel. The blacks, Latins, and Native Americans.
And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses.
Now, who is them 2 witnesses? The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Them the 2 witnesses. Because we have had prophets and man in the Bible who actually had spiritual power, from Elias sending fire down upon them captains, turning the water sweet, making stopping it from raining, opening up Elisha eyes so he can see the chariot, asking Yahweh to open his eyes to see the chariots. And Yahweh Shah, Paul and Peter and them.
King David.
Shit.
And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth.
And that's what we're doing right now. And it's in sackcloth, meaning what? Not no fancy ass garments. Not like IUIC, all coordinated and spiffy and put together and shining and buckles like ISUPK, looking like goddamn Power Rangers and shit without the mask.
Looking cute,
No, we're gonna be in sackcloth, meaning mourning. That's why you see brothers in GMS. We don't have all these super fancy garment with cufflinks and studs and boots with the glasses to match, with the head wrap, and I mean, which ain't nothing wrong with that, but the scriptures tell you what kind of spirit the man gonna be in.
And the
they say they gonna prophesy in sackcloth.
Maccabee brothers put on sackcloth.
Right, that's what we got on.
And these are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before God of the earth.
That's it. The northern and southern kingdom, Judah and Ephraim.
And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth and devour their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed.
Right. And I just gave y'all that story of our beloved forefather Elias calling fire down to kill them goddamn captains of 1,000 because they was rolling up on him on that bullshit. And he did it 3 times. I think they sung either 10,000 or 1,000 first, and then another 1,000, and then the 3rd time the captain came with him and just a couple dudes, and he came humbly. Though, shit, you can pull it up if you want to. No, I'm surprised I ain't got my history right here. Normally, I always have that right, something, but I can kind of hold on. Let me look at my other book because I can kind of see I ain't got no room in this motherfucker no more. It's either taped up, covered up. But I normally always have that.
Here it is. What you it says 2 Kings.
Yeah, Khan. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. He told him go to him.
Let me start at 7.
Yeah, because we just go straight to the point. Because
Okay.
we kind of gave it to him where it's at.
And he said unto them, what manner of man was he which came up to meet you, and told you these words? And they answered him, he was an hairy man, and girt with a girder of leather about his loins. And he said it was Elijah the Tishbite. Then the king sent unto him a captain of 50 with his 50, and he went up to him, and behold, he sat on the top of an hill and spoke unto him. Though man of God, the king had said, come down. And Elijah answered and said to the captain of 50, if I be a man of God, then let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50. And there came down fire from heaven and consumed him and his 50.
See that? So man, ain't nobody worried about no motherfucking no army and none of that shit, man. Y'all better start playing with us. Shit.
Let me get some more meat off that bone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because no. You can stay right here because it's finna happen again. He ain't playing.
Again, he sent
again. Because they fucking hard-headed, bro. They really don't, because we really don't get no respect. We finna take our respect. I don't know what the fuck Sakari them thinking about.
Right, being all carnal and shit. Again, he also said unto him another captain of 50 with his 50, and answered and said unto him, O man of God, thus hath the king said, come down quickly. And Elijah answered and said unto them, if I be a man of God, let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50. And the fire of God came down from heaven and consumed him and his 50. And he set again a captain of the third 50 with his 50. And the third captain of 50 went up and came and fell on his knees before Elijah.
See that? See that? See that? That's what respect. See that?
And besought him and said unto him, O man of God, I pray thee, let my life and the life of these 50 thy servants be precious in thy sight. Behold, their fire came down from heaven and burnt up the 2 captains of the former 50s with their 50s. Therefore, let my life now be precious in thy sight. And the angel of the Lord Yahweh said unto Elijah, go down with him, be not afraid of him. And he arose and went down with him unto the king.
See, see that? We don't follow y'all orders. We do what Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah told us. So where everybody in this world moving according to their Beetlejuice and what they say and they pseudoscience, fuck these Edomites. Fuck out of here.
Revelation 11:6. These have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the day.
Yeah, he did that too. I spoke on that, but we ain't gonna get that. We gave him something.
And have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will.
And that's what Moses did. And Yahweh Shah said, the things that I do, you shall do those and greater. So y'all better start playing with us. Okay, now we can jump because we gave them all that. They got the whole demo. We can go back to 16.
Revelation 11:16. And the 24 elders were set before God in their seats, fell upon their faces and worshiped God, saying, we give thee thanks, O Lord God Almighty, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which art and was and art to come, because thou hast taken to thee thy great power and hast reigned.
God.
And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great.
See that? We getting our reward.
And shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth. And who destroyed the earth?
The Edomites. The Edomites, these multi-million-dollar Fortune 500 welding, oil, air companies, pseudoscience that deal with chemical, with everything. So yeah, the ones that put the chromium-6 in the water, saying that they got to sterilize it for our drinking water at they little plants. You guys, y'all destroyed the earth. So don't come with that, we need to clean the earth. No, we don't need to do shit. You heard what Yahweh Shah said. He gonna destroy them that destroy the earth. That's what we finna do.
Exactly. And the temple of God was open in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament. And there were lightnings and voices and thundering and an earthquake and great hail.
Ooh. So
yeah, they put all the chromium-6 in the water. That movie Aaron Brockovich, how they was polluting the water around that plant. Let me get it. Yeah, the Whitman Corporation of Chromium Containments in Willits, California, which led to 1,200 plaintiffs alleged.
My bad to stop you. Keep going though, because I'm finna transfer from here to the front, but keep going. Okay.
Which listed 1,200 plaintiffs alleged contamination near PG Kettleman Hills compressor station. See, so then contaminating and polluting the water, polluting the air, you know, destroying this planet. With everything they do, destroys the planet. The 5G that's going on right now, that's radiation. You know, that's where you're getting all these cancer, more cancer cases from. The microwave, metal particles that's in the air from the airplanes, nuclear warheads, wildlife species are dying at a tremendous rate. So these are the people that destroy the earth. Multi-billionaires.
Yeah. Just like they did in Flint, Michigan, that lead in the water, and all the mayor did was he retired. He apologized and retired.
God. And I bet he got another job somewhere else.
Shit, he don't need one. I'm pretty sure he can live off, man. They be set when they get the mayor jobs,
because they let all them. Yeah, you know, he probably opened up a couple businesses, a couple of franchises, got a couple of investments going on, got some royalties going on, a couple of properties. He don't need to be in the politics spotlight. And it ain't like his colleagues gonna sympathize with the poor black population that they have in Michigan.
I believe they still have a water crisis to this day.
Yeah, okay. That's why I brought him up. Yep. They still getting it shipped in and arguing over.
So RICO charges was buried.
See? So, wrong judgment going forward. They ain't judging nobody for nothing.
Wrong judgment goes, yep, every time.
Yeah, ain't nothing happening. It's the same old. That's why I said they we reading them, they at court right now. We reading them they judgment right now. Shit, the evidence is right here in front of you. You just pulled up some more evidence. All these lessons are evidence. But I got this second Exodus 15 and 24. Yeah, shit. You heard I'm gonna destroy them that destroy the earth.
Second Ezra 15 and 23. The fire is gone the fire is gone forth from his wrath and has consumed the foundations of the earth and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, said the Lord Yahweh.
See?
I will not spare them. Go your way, you children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary.
Yeah, because you notice Revelation 11 started off about being measured, you know, the temple and those that in the sanctuary, you know, but to the heathen leave without. So you Israelites that's sinning and saying, oh, well, and doing your own thing, you ain't even a part of that sanctuary. And you an Israelite. That's why we say it's a 1/3 and a 2/3. Y'all ain't finna make it, bro. Y'all ain't finna make it.
Yeah, this is about the elect. Let me go to 26.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna take it all the way down to 33. I would have went further, but I'll just stop it at 33.
For the Lord Yahweh knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivered he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth.
See that? That's why I said earlier that the New World Order consists of them positioning everything at once. That's why you got a pandemic, which is moving the world in a certain way. Now you got this Ukraine and Russia thing happening, but you notice America made sure, and it wasn't just like it was America, but all the kings of the earth are in unison. You notice Russia and them didn't do anything until America finished off what they was doing with the whole Iraq. See, everybody working in unison. They working all together to do what? To bring in the New World Order.
For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For
see that?
For God shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him.
That's why you see people getting trampled at concerts, shot at concerts, shot at school, all kinds of way people are being like taken out that you would never think. Like for instance, you had I think in New York, 4 women, somebody just walked up on a car and shot all of them, and them 4, 3 of them was killed out of them 4. I was like, what the hell? Even officers, you have a lot of officers that's being, but it don't matter. Everybody getting.
Quick precept, James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God.
Con. And that's good you said. I'm glad you brought that precept up, cuz, because when I went in the gas station today, and I just was like, I just told the black dude, like, hey man, just get ready. You know, he like a nerdy black dude, you know, look like he can be a linebacker if he wanted to, but he got that old Kenosha white boy. I'm a football player, black dude, but I got this soft spoken, I can be an actor. And I only say that because that's what he actually do. And I can see it now because his personality and shit. But when you first looking at him, you'll prejudge him, be like, I like this big black stupid ass nigga. But you don't want to think he's stupid because he look like he's smart and he talk intelligent. But you just be like, you just write him off no matter where you at. So I went in today and just was like, hey man, get ready, because we finna be ruling the world next. So all this fake money, get ready for, you know what I'm saying, changing places. And he looked at me and he was walking towards the bathroom about to clean it up. He looked back at me and he was like, you serious? And I was like, yeah, I'm serious. You see what's going on in the world, right? And he was like, yeah, okay. I said, right. The world is ending. The Messiah finna come back and he finna give us the world. We the low people on the totem pole, right? And he kind of, yeah. Cause nigga, you finna go mop a bathroom, nigga. So I can say this. We the low people on the totem pole, right? He like, yeah. I said, so to rule the world, you would have to know how the common people feel, right? He said, yeah, oh yeah. I said, right, the last gonna be first, the first gonna be last. And he was like, oh yeah, bless Jesus or something he said. And I left, told this co-worker up front that, because he black too or whatever, left out. I come back to put gas in the car and he just break down to me. Like right in the gas station. Like, I'm gonna tell you what he said, but it was so cold and it goes off what we talking about. No, they can't see nothing. He just, man, the man, when I walked in, cause the man was talking to me like me and you talk. He say, as soon as I walk in, he looked, he said, man, do you know, I ain't even know he talking to me. I'm standing in line behind the older lady. He then gave her change. And as soon as he seen me, he talked to me like he been knowing me my whole life. He put his hands on the counter, buffed himself up, and got to talking like a regular Jake. And I ain't never seen this out of him. He said, man, do you know, what'd he say? Man, do you know I had the interview to go to be premiere. He's supposed to be in Chicago, being a part of what's that show they got in Chicago going on?
The Shot.
He literally supposed to be a part of that.
Okay.
He bought his shirt and everything for it. And they having their seasons this year. He literally just got the role for the motherfucker, cuz he told the white boy that he's not going to work Sunday today. He would be down there in Chicago at 8 in the morning for his role. But he told him if it snowed the night before, and he texted him that night that it's snowing bad here, so forth. I'm gonna be a little late coming that way. And he say the dude never respond back to him and didn't even tell him that they did it that same day, that they weren't even doing it the next day, and just totally written them off. So he told me, and as he telling me all this, and now I'm starting to understand what he's saying to me. And I'm like, okay, why the fuck is he telling me this? This is what I'm saying to myself as I'm comprehending now and catching up with, because he just started talking to me. I never got a chance to understand like he talking to me and what he talking to me about. So when I finally got what he was talking to me, cuz this is exactly what he said, cuz. And this fucked my mind up. And I told him, I said, bro, you just fucked my mind up. I gotta leave. The man said, I did something against my will that I know I didn't supposed to do. Do you know I went and got the shot to get this role? And not only did I do something against my will that I know I ain't supposed to have done, but this man didn't even consider. He said, so when you came in and said what you said to me earlier, I told you I needed that because I did something against my will. And he said, like, and the only thing I can say to him, cuz, is this. I gotta go. I can't even talk to you. You fucked my mind up. And I had to leave.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. These people is vipers. Never trust thy enemies. Not even a day. Man. Yeah, fuck my head up. 28. Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood.
Right. And that's going to be the power. And the Carmanians is the power of the Arab nations like Iran, Iraq, South Africa. Who else I got on here? Yeah, South Africa. You know, and that's what we witnessing prep and prepare themselves, because they move together in situations. That's why Yahweh shall highlight what situation, who gonna be a part in that movement. So when you bring up the out of the pyramid block war, then you should be looking at BRICS nation, which consists of who? South Africa, China, Iran. See, like you said, cuz earlier, what'd you say the Bible was? Undefeated. Man, y'all better stop playing, man. I'm still amazed because I'm still watching his movie play out, and these same characters are still playing in his movie right now today. But go ahead, okay.
Armenians, Iranians, Magog, Russia is still the same thing.
Same people.
What my boy in the Matrix say, he say, it's the same stories. It's just the names change.
That's it. That's why it's called Russia, Magog, like
Persia.
Yeah, Iran, like shit.
Media Persia, same shit. Hey, it's Carmanians, shit, Syrians, and 31. And they shall Salakia, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature.
Right, because they got them same weaponry that Babylon the Great got, that the beast got, that the EU nations have, the NATO nations. They got that same weaponry. Why you think they said it, that we got to send a boatload of hardware over here to Ukraine so they can help themselves? That's exactly what they said on the news. They said we got to send a bulk of weaponry of United States weaponry over here, so these people can help protect themselves. And they was asking for volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, volunteers. You motherfuckers don't know the draft already started, stupid.
That's why they got the women involved now. They need all
Right.
hands on shit. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them.
Mm-hmm. See that? They're gonna conspire together. They're gonna use all their hardware and strategy and land and position and know-how and strategy. Russia already been doing it with Turkey. See that? On their borders. They already been working with them on their borders on how to secure their shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Russia Russia give Turkey the Patriot 500 missiles. Patriot 300 or 500. Them motherfuckers ain't no joke, boy. They said that motherfucker can hit a golf ball. They said that rocket can hit a golf ball moving 100 miles an hour. Picture that. I mean, not a golf ball, a tennis ball. They said that motherfucking rocket can lock on. They said that S-500 Patriot missile can lock onto a tennis ball doing 100 miles an hour, lock onto it and strike it. Nah. So they is not worried about, and the reason why Russia, you gotta pause a little bit because I'll talk a lot. The reason why Russia gave that to Turkey because the US was basically cutting off Turkey airspace and allowing the Taliban to go and use Turkey borderline to get into Afghanistan. Russia doubled back on America's stupid ass and gave Turkey them S-500 Patriot missiles so they can protect the borderline of their fucking land. And if America planes try to help and protect any cargo that's going through Turkey borders, they was gonna start striking American planes down, but they never had the hardware that can reach and do that shit. Russia came right in and gave that shit. Now I'm done talking. Watch this. Ain't nobody playing. The Bible is undefeated.
The S-400 Patriot missiles.
Mm-hmm. Now pause it real quick for the stupid people. Let me explain something to them, how this shit work. I can give you and by the way, these weaponry that they giving out is highly advanced technological, like aircrafts. You got to be very smart to fuck with this shit electronic wise. You got to be the top of the what they call it, cuz the computer software people.
The ITs.
Yeah. You gotta be the top of the ITs though. You dealing with the real shit now. This 100 million, this millions and millions of dollars worth of hardware that you can't even sell on the market. You can't even sell, you can't buy, you can't even get none of these pieces to the equipment because you don't have access to the new material that they making these pieces out of. See that? You don't even know nothing about that. Because it got to be able to withstand, it got to be able to work in certain temperatures, all that shit. Only certain metals can do that. And they got these new metals that they have been that the military found out that's on the periodic table that they ain't even telling the American, they ain't even taught the public about these periodic tables. Fuck out of here, metals on the periodic table. But I said all that to say this. Russia sell you their weaponry, but they not finna give you the blueprint on their technology. That's what that whole thing was saying. Russia get them the weaponry, but they not finna give them the blueprint on their chips and how they make their shit. So about time Turkey even get it and study it, Russia gonna already been advanced 3 levels past that technology. So it wouldn't even matter. But if they just gave them their blueprints and all that shit, what if Turkey want to side with America? See, you just gave your shit away. So that's what that little fight was, because Russia know how to control just like America used to control, do the same thing, give you your weaponry, but they won't sell you, they won't give you the blueprints on how the breakdown of it. So when you finally get it and study it, they already 2 steps, three models ahead of you already. Russia doing the same thing to do what? Keep their stronghold. But they fulfilling what the scripture's saying. They being the guard, they preparing other people. And this ain't just start. That's why we have to go back and show y'all these clips and so forth. Damn, I talked a lot, man.
No, you good, No, you gotta, sometimes for these people that can't get right. They can't get right.
Yeah, then we got, we on a new platform too. So a lot of people gonna be, coming to scoff, learn. Yeah, you get both, huh?
32. Then these shall be troubled, bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them, and consume some of them. And their host shall be no fear, and dread, and strife among their kings.
I'm going through it.
Behold, clouds from the east and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm.
Yeah, talking about the missiles. The missiles. Same ones that was in Revelation.
And they shall smite upon they shall smite one upon another, and they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own star, and the blood shall be from the sword unto the belly.
It's gonna be a lot of death.
And the dung of men unto the camel's hole. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them.
Right, man. When y'all start seeing, man, Texas was just hit, New York was just hit, the West Coast was just hit. Oh shit.
And then shall there come great storms from the south, and from the north, and another part from the west, and the strong winds shall arise from the east, and it shall open it, and the cloud which he rise up in wrath, and the star stirred to cause fear toward the east and west wind shall be destroyed.
Man. That's a lot of destruction.
Great and mighty clouds shall be puffed up, full of wrath, and the star, that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein.
Yeah, come. Because see, while you got the missiles, and missiles are on their way. They 30 minutes out, 25 minutes out, 16 minutes out, 18 minutes out. You got 18 minutes before detonation. You got the newscasters coming on, telling you if you stay within this region and this region on the East Coast, you got 18 minutes before detonation. May God be with us and shit like that. You're gonna be hearing, and at the same time, all that chaos and shit going on, you got big ass UFOs pulling up on y'all ass. Like, come on, bro. And then they gonna be shooting. They're gonna do just like they did on Independence Day when they was all cheering for them, like, hey, the aliens are here. That motherfucking super weapon opened up, and they said, oh, girl said, oh, it's pretty. And that motherfucking beam said, do, 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 the whole motherfucking building. And that's when they knew, run. That's when everybody started running. Will Smith bitch started running. That bitch made it to that tunnel because it wasn't no joke. And guess what? The missiles was hitting too, because they showed that Brigadine fucking tank pull up with them young men in it, and they went to strike the chariot with that ICBM missile. And that's what they was complaining about we finna do it on American soil. They said, strike that motherfucker. And when they struck it, what happened? Nothing. But you see all that destruction, and Will Smith's wife had to run in that motherfucking tunnel because you seen that what? Wall of fire. Oh, see, this is what all y'all finna experience. See? While y'all hiding in your houses and hiding in tunnels and under bridges and shit on fire and motherfuckers chaos everywhere, chariots shooting laser beams and shit. You don't know what the fuck that's about or nothing. Then the army, the missiles coming. Oh man, come on, man. This is a nightmare. But we're gonna keep reading it to y'all. This is a nightmare. And it's gonna be coming from every direction. It ain't like just go west. If you just you notice, cuz in all the movies, no matter what destruction, it's always some safe zone, some direction, right?
Right.
No, when you read 39, a strong wind shall rise from the east and shall open it, and the clouds which he rise up in wrath, and the star stirred to cause fear towards the east and the west wind shall be destroyed everywhere, not just in America too though. This shit gonna be everywhere. Ain't no well we up in Canada, nigga, everywhere. Nigga, Israelites up in Canada. Fuck you talking about?
38 say great storms from the south and from the north. So it's
everywhere.
Four corners. They said, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out every high and eminent place and horrible star.
That's the chariots. That's why the dude headed in the movie with Will Smith and them. I was just talking about it.
Fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters.
Man, it's finna say it.
And they shall break down the cities and walls.
That fire, cuz that fire, that nuclear blast, and we had a small example of that little building that blew up and shit, killed all them people. I forgot where it was, but anyways, yeah, Sarah Connor like a motherfucker. This what it's gonna do to Houston, Chicago, California, all your little cities that this is my city and so forth. No, your city finna get turned to a fire pit. That's why I tell motherfuckers straight. They be like, oh, like when I was in Texas. Oh, Jay, you from Chicago, right? Nigga, no, I ain't from no motherfucking Chicago. Fuck Chicago. I'm from Kanowhere, nigga. Kanowhere. Why you call where you from Kanowhere? Because trust me, what's finna happen? Kanowhere. Fuck out of here.
And they shall break down the cities and walls mountains and hills, trees of the wood,
Gonna
and
get you
grass.
white boys too. We're gonna get you white boys too. See that? Those of y'all who trying to go to these little resort islands and all that, y'all finna get turned to fire. I hope you're gonna be climbing that motherfucking tree like a koala, and that fire gonna burn the shit out your ass. You're gonna be stuck in the tree looking stupid. You'll be laughing at your ass.
And grass of the meadows, and their corn.
Right, see that? See that? Because motherfuckers all into this doomsday shit. You got IUIC talking about go buy some goddamn land. Why? So it can get burnt up?
Right. And they shall go steadfastly into Babylon and make her afraid.
See that? Put a name on it. America, your ass is grass. After they gave you that whole story, it said what? It gonna go steadfast to Babylon.
God.
This place got the bullseye on it. He ain't gonna miss not a crick cranny around this motherfucker.
Exactly. They that come to her and besiege her, the star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto the heaven, and all that be about her shall bewail her.
Woo! And you know what that is, right?
Ah,
That's Revelation 18.
ah.
Yep, that's Revelation 18. Real quick. Hold on, I'm gonna grab it. Revelation 18, and because we're gonna cut to the point. Y'all gonna hear this. You want to start at Revelation 18 and 8?
Revelation 18 and 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, and the mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For
Woo!
strong is the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, who judges her.
You keep going. Cause see, this been a call names.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her.
Right, you Moabites, you Ammonites, all y'all son, all y'all junk over here, all into the Blacks, Latins, and Native American community. Y'all made all this motherfucking wealth off of us and our community, setting up all this bullshit ass food, the bullshit ass rap culture, all that shit, all that materialistic bullshit, Christmas bullshit. Y'all finna answer for all that shit. Y'all made yourself rich. Good. You send that shit back to your countries and you got you a couple of generations. Good. Because you ain't got shit else coming, bitch. Nah.
And shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, the great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
That's why I said, man, ass whooping. And we ain't done because there's some more on these on this second edges, but we're gonna give y'all the whole story though. What's gonna happen at the end, motherfucker? We just told you. No, finish a little bit on that that Revelation 18. We ain't letting them slide.
And standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, the great city Babylon, the mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner vessels of ivory and all manner vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ornaments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men.
See that? And that's us. That's us. That was us. Just like we know they got that taking happening right now. They what's that? what's that? The kidnapping of the people and shit, the kids and shit.
Human
Trafficking, the human trafficking. We know the Israelites are being human trafficked all over the world, from everywhere, from Haiti, from America, everywhere. They getting these Judite kids and they taking them and sacrificing them. Right, they doing that shit right now, selling our the girls and everything to motherfucker Epstein. What's that's motherfucking pedophile island? Like y'all ass in trouble, bro.
And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were vanity and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all.
Right. Because what second as it say? It's gonna burn up all your wood, all your corn, nigga, all your fields, everything gonna be done. It's gonna wipe everything. See that? So we're gonna go back to give them that visual. Everything. All these acres and acres and acres of land, all that shit finna get burnt up.
We'll go back to 44. And they shall come to her and besiege her, the star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up into the heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her.
Right,
and
yeah.
that remain under her shall do service unto them that have put her in fear.
See that?
There you go. And though Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person, woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her. And
we'll slow down a little bit. The Moabites and them Ammonites thought that they was gonna be next, cause they done took on Walt Disney World, they done took on Hollywood, they done set up all the motherfucking restaurants. They got they people, they dress like they wear the two-piece suits with the ties and shit. They got the Harley Davidsons and the mansion. They like Rick Ross and them to come over there and perform from and shit. You Chinese ain't that shit. Right, you Chinese ain't got shit coming. Y'all ain't next. Fuck the white dragon society. Y'all ain't next. Shit, Yahweh Shah talking to y'all bitch ass now. See that? He already told us what he finna do to this raggedy motherfucker. And now he on y'all ass too. See that? That's why he said, and thou Asia, that are partaker of the hope of Babylon. See that? Oh, see that? Yahweh Shah finna smack your big brother, and he gonna turn right to your ass and say, now bring your chinky ass over here. What, you thought a motherfucker didn't know you was with this shit? Bring your ass over here. And now you see why the Chinese are always showing Godzilla attacking they dumbass? Leviathan, they better stop playing around this month.
Coming straight after y'all ass. The Japanese, Moab ass. Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her, that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore said God, I was
Khan, they reinventing the wheel of those places. Those iconic places that America is known for, like Hollywood. They are reinventing a whole new Hollywood over there in China. They invented a whole new, all of that stuff over there. Skyscraper, shit.
The Bollywood.
Okay. Yeah, Khan.
I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower. The heat shall arise that is sent over thee. Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee.
Right. China ain't gonna be building no motherfucking new Silk Road, helping invest in the infrastructure of India and these third world countries to bring them. No, they ain't gonna even have it themselves. Why? Because they're gonna be having all kind of plagues breaking out, famine. See that? Wars, all kind of shit. It's like every time they trying to reinvent their wheel to get something started, some shit gonna be coming up.
Exactly.
And that's all happening right now. That's why you notice China, you see the Russia America thing, but you know China is just like totally quiet. It was like, right, it was like Corona, Wuhan lab, it's China fault, China disappeared, and it's just been, that's it.
Would I with jealousy have so proceeded against thee, said the Lord Yahweh. If thou hadst not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke of thy hands, and
That's
saying,
talking about it's going back to America. It told China what it was gonna do. Now I said, look, motherfucker, you Edomites. This all finna play out because with the stroke of y'all motherfucking hand, y'all ain't got a problem.
And saying over their dead, when thou was drunken, set forth the beauty of thy countenance.
See that? They can't get enough of spilling our blood, cuz.
And say, because you love blood, I will prepare thee for blood.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go.
The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shalt thou receive recompense.
Now that seemed like a just God to me. But you let people tell it. No, you guys just hateful and racist. How? When I'm just reading what God said, and this is balance.
Like as thou hast done up my chosen, said the Lord Yahweh, even so shall God do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. The children shall die, thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field.
Yeah, from all these race riot insurrections and shit. Yeah. Y'all see the food prices? Go ahead.
They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger and eat their own flesh. And
see that? Y'all gonna eat y'all own, y'all gonna eat y'all own kids. Those of y'all who think y'all got these getaway houses, and I ain't talking about the hierarchy elites. I'm talking about you everyday $250,000, $350,000 a year making motherfuckers who you got the vacation home and the mountains of Wyoming, some motherfucking where that you go twice a year, maybe 3. See, y'all think y'all gonna leave y'all suburban areas on what a hotbed's at of insurrection and drive your way up into your little mountain resorts and shit where you got rations and all that shit stored. You're gonna eat your own kids. You're gonna die up there.
Drink their own blood for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. Though its unhappy shall come through the sea and receive plagues again, in the passage they shall rush in the idle city and shall destroy some portion of thy land and consume part of thy glory, and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed.
gun. That's what the missiles gonna do. See that? Because while y'all sitting there starving and hungry and all that, the motherfucking missiles. See, that's why it's gonna get from now where we at. That's why it's gonna get worser and worser and worser and worser. Where you gotta flee if you can. And then it's gonna get worser. And then right when you thought it couldn't get no goddamn worse, they gonna say, we would like to announce an emergency. We have a ICBM missile eastbound coming on the West Coast. You guys have 15 minutes. May God be with you. And that's when you gonna say, oh, I'm finna die. I got your ass. See that? You gonna be there did all this running, escaping, using your last of this. Glad you had that. And right when you thinking, man, it can't get no worse. A motherfucker gonna tell you fire finna come out the sky and burn you. And ain't nothing you can run, do, fly, swim, dig in the ground, nothing. Dang.
That's that seventh trumpet.
Come on, cuz that's the seventh trumpet. That's when the hopelessness gonna set in.
Man's heart gonna fail.
Seeing, yeah, motherfucker gonna go into that what they call that normancy bias. They gonna go into normancy bias. He gonna know he got 15 minutes, right? He gonna say to himself, I'm finna go in the refrigerator and just go drink this beer. And that's it for him. He gonna wake up in heaven. That's it. That's it. That was your last worldly American philosophy thing, image that you could have thought about, which is called normancy bias. When a person is in so much despair that they know that there is no hope, they mind trigger into do something that's normal. Mm-hmm. They showed it in movies where it was destruction coming, and that person to just go like start washing or something, like trying to do something normal, like, but that's okay. See that? You might, yeah, that one. That was a quick one right there. The first one.
Yeah, kind of 3 seconds.
Definition: the refusal to plan for or react to a disaster which has never happened before. Example: as for events in world history, the normalcy bias explains why, when the volcano Vesuvius erupted, the residents of Pompeii watched for hours without evacuating. It explains why thousands of people refused to leave New Orleans as Hurricane Katrina approached. Want to learn more about cognitive biases?
Yeah.
Some recommend The Art of Thinking Clearly by Rolf Dobelli, Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, Freakonomics by Stephen D. Levitt and Stephen J. Dubner. More on mycognitivebiases.com.
Yeah, because we can finish. We just got like them couple of 3 more, because it explains, it ends it, and
and thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto thee as fire, and shall consume thee in thy cities, thy land, and thy mountains, and all thy woods, and thy fruitful trees shall they burn up with fire. Thy children shall they carry away captive, and look, what thou hast, they shall spoil it and mar the beauty of thy face.
God, there we go. Hey, and hey, so now the history is not a mystery.
And look, undefeated. Saying it. This the real knockout champ right here. These scriptures.
Yeah, kind.
So with that, shalom. Till next time.
Yeah, shalom. Let's give our praise to Yahweh by Shem, Yahushua by Shem, Bakar Kadas. Death to Babylon and great, death to the 2/3, the scoffing. And to all you Akims and uncles out there putting your life on the line, keep it up. Shalom.
Shalom.